This is in your notes packet. It's right after the Justin Timberlake one that we just did today. All right. So this is how to conduct a simulation. I know you've seen this in the chapter reading and on some of the Math Excel. So I just want to go over it with you because it's going to help you on your quiz. These 8 steps are how you're going to do the simulation, which was definitely in your reading on your reading quiz. It was question number 4. So the first of all, we're going to identify the component. What are we going to do? So let's go ahead and read this here. Suppose a basketball player has an 80% free throw success rate. How can they use a random numbers to simulate whether or not she makes a foul shot? And how many shots might she be able to make in a row without missing? Conduct 5 trials. Okay, so the first thing it says how can we use a random number to simulate whether she makes a foul shot or not? So if you notice, my component is here. It's what am I measuring basically? Shooting the basketball. The component is going to be, and then my outcome, these outcomes have just 2 outcomes, make or miss. So the reason I have 0 to 7 is make, that's 80%, and 8 to 9 is miss. You could have 1 to 8 as make, and then 9 and 0 is miss. That's fine. It doesn't matter. You could have anything as long as this is 80% and this is 20% because of this right here. So that's the second step. The next step is that you're going to talk about the trial. And so what I'm going to do is these here are from my random digit table, and I'm going to tell my trial how I'm going to conduct the trial. So I'm going to generate a 1-digit random numbers because these are 1 digit until a failure occurs. I am allowed repeats, and the reason I'm allowed repeats is because a percentage is not an actual person or thing that I'm choosing. The way we've been doing it in class so far, when I said I need 5 people, and if I choose 1, 7, 3, 1, and 4, that's only 4 people because 1 was repeated. But now this is a percentage, and so because it's a percentage, each digit has an equal percentage of chance to be chosen. So this percentage is going to be still 80%. So you can have repeats, but you do need to make sure that you talk about repeats and notice what it tells you when you can have repeats and when you cannot. And then it's going to tell you then, once I've done it, you're going to say, okay, count the number of repeats until failure occurs. So let's go ahead and do this one. And it tells me to do the random digits to do 5 trials. So it's going to be, and it tells me I'm going to stop when I get a failure. Remember, that's an 8 or a 9. So this is a make, miss, I'm stopping. So this one, it says, how many shots is she able to make in a row without missing? So this one, trial 1, she made, and so she made 3. The next one was miss right away. So trial 2, she didn't do any. Trial 3, make, miss. So trial 3 was 1, which the frequency, I guess 3 out of 4, sorry, I didn't. 3 out of 4, which was 75%. 0 out of 1, which was 0. And this is going to be 1 out of 2, sorry. And so this is 50%. The next one is make, miss. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I could have done tally mark. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do tally marks. And so that's going to be 5 out of 6. And then 5, make, all the way here, you can see, until miss. And so this is 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. And so she made 12. So I made 12 out of the 13 shots. Okay, so what it's asking, the X bar, is that I'm asking how many shots. So the frequency, I did the relative frequency, relative frequency. This is the relative frequency. The frequency I should have done is 3, 0, 1, 5, and 12. And so the X bar is just going to be that all added up. And so, of course, that added up is 3 plus 0 plus 1 plus 5 plus 12 is going to be 18, 21, and 21 divided by 5 is going to be 4.2. So my X bar is 4.2. My sample is an average up here. So my conclusion, on average, according to our simulation, she is expected to make about 4.2 shots in a row without missing. Okay, how did our procedure change if it's 72%? The way it would change if it's 72%, the component, everything else is the same. The only thing that's going to change is the outcomes. Now, 72%, I've got 2-digit numbers, and so I'm going to go 00 to 71, because that's 72%, is going to be make. And then I'm going to do 72 to 99 is going to be miss. Everything else is going to be the same. Now, I'm going to just show you, I'm going to run through this with you. 1, 2, 5, 8, 9. I'm just going ahead and writing these down just so I can do a couple trials with you. I'm just going to use the same numbers. Okay, so let's look at here. So 72, so now I'm looking at 2-digit numbers. That's 12, that's a make. 58's a make. 90, look, anything from 72 to 90 is a miss. So now this is going to be, she made 3 before, or sorry, that should be 2. She made 2 before she missed. For this one, this next one, 94, immediately a miss, so 0. Next one, yes. 13, yes. 85, remember anything above here, that's a miss, so that's a 2. And so forth and so on. So you would do the same thing, except this now is going to use 2 digits because it's 72%, and I can't have 72% be in 1 digit. Everything else will be the same. Okay, let's set this one up. How would a trial and our response variable change if we wanted to know how many shots she might make out of 5 chances if she gets at a crucial point in the game using an 80% success rate? Okay, so for this one, she's using 80%. So now we're back to, again, the 0 through 7 is make, and the 8 and 9 is miss. The only thing that changes is it's telling you you're going to make 5 shots. Or excuse me, you're going to attempt 5 shots. And so what we're going to do is let's write the numbers down again. Actually, let me just do this. Let me copy the numbers here. All right. That took a lot longer than I was expecting. Let's here, and let's see if I can copy it. Copy. Let's see if I can paste it down here. Paste. Paste image. There we go. Okay, good. So now I'm going to go ahead and remember I'm going to do 5. So I know already I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is trial 1. This is trial 2. This is trial 3. This is trial 4. And this is trial 5. I want to do 5 trials. And I'm going to do this as a make, miss, miss. She got 3 out of 5. Make, miss, make. She got 4 out of 5. Make, miss, make, 4 out of 5. Make, 5 out of 5. And finally, make, and that's 5 out of 5. And you're going to ask about how many shots she might make out of 5. Again, so you're going to add this together. So that's going to be 18, 21 again. So that's, again, 21 divided by 5, again, is 4.2. So my X bar on this one was about 4.2. So this is another way, a different question, the way it asks, but it's just a different setup. And if you notice, I've got all my trials labeled, and I've got and here I am allowed repeats allowed, because remember, it's a percentage, and I've got all of my outcomes defined. Let's look at number 4 and set it up. How would a trial and our response variable change if we wanted to know her chances of hitting both shots when she goes to the line to shoot 2? Okay, so now we're trying to see, we're going to use this same here. And we're going to go to the line to shoot 2. We've got the same thing as that I've got 0, 7 as a make, and 8 and 9 as a miss. I want to know how often is she going to be successful when she goes to the line to shoot 2, and does she get 2 in a row? I need her to get, so I'm looking for make. So this is a make, so that's a yes. This is a make miss, so that's a no. That's a miss make, and so that's a no. That's a miss make, and that's a no. Here's a make, so that's a yes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I was still doing 5 trials, that would be 2 out of 5 trials, which is about 40%. Well, which is exactly 40%, but that's what we would say. And you would make a conclusion. Again, on average, according to our simulation, she is expected to make 40% of the time 2 shots in a row without missing. This question says, how would the simulation change if we wanted to know her score in a one-on-one situation? A one-on-one situation in basketball means if you make the first one, you get another attempt. If you miss the first one, that's it. So it would be the same thing that we just did, except you would see is what would, this is saying, what would her score be? So here is a make, and so she got 2 points here. This one's a make miss, she got 1 point here. This one she missed right away, and so the trial's over. She would not be able, she'd get 0 points. This one here is a make miss, and so then she now has 1 point. And this is a make, which is 2 points. So on this, I would say it's 2 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 divided by 5. And so that's 6 divided by 5. So she would have, on average, 1.2 points scored in a one-on-one situation. Remember, a one-on-one situation means if you make the first one, you're allowed to take another shot. If you miss the first one, you're done. Okay, so with your quiz tomorrow, you can go ahead and see you're going to be doing a trial like this, and you're going to be doing, what I want you to do tomorrow is you're going to start each trial on a new line just to make it easy and clean. But that's what you're going to be doing tomorrow. So I hope you watch this and this helps you a bit.